Season 6.
Season 10.
Season 10, week 6. We got there. We made it happen. First match of the week, we got Disciples of Dmitri versus DilfHunters. I'm going to run down the starting lineups for you. Dmitri running with Shushifu, Linda Mood, Names Wolf, General Del Nuvis, and King Pebble. Really strong team. Lots of cohesive team play there. Then on across the way, we got the DilfHunters, Viceroy Griff. I cannot talk today, sorry. Shaka Khan, Edgelord 666, aka Miles, DDR Daikin Kai, Blue 17, and Sauce Boss. So what I am excited for is we got some new names in the crowd that haven't really been as involved with the league thus far, especially Blue 17 is one of the big names that sticks out.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got some really solid teams here today. So we're going to have some both teams that like to kind of mess around with team comps and try some new stuff. So I'm super excited to kind of see what they're going to bring to the table.
I think with this straight up 6, it's a really big toss up on which team has the advantage. The main tanks, Edge goes slightly to Names Wolf over Blue, but not by a lot. The off tank slot on the Disciples of Dmitri has been kind of getting held by both General and Shushifu, both really strong there. There's just we're just gonna go. We're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm super excited. Lijiang Tower is probably my favorite map in the game, next to King's Row. So I'm super excited that we're starting here tonight.
I expect many sim plays here out of the set of Disciples of Dmitri, mostly from Shushifu. We played Lijiang against them, and they ran us around the map with some Symmetra. And it was really strong, so I would not be surprised to see that.
As you say that, we've got Shushifu currently on the Symmetra with a May. That sounds awful. But we're going to see Edgelord on the Tracer. If he can get some pretty decent picks there, they'll be pretty well set.
It's going to be hard to play Tracer in this comp, though, because the main targets you're going to be able to kill are really the Lucio and Bap, but Bap's got the Immort field. It's going to make it very hard for Edgelord to find meaningful picks.
Yeah. But who knows? We'll see. I mean, even just harassment is enough to kind of do some damage here. And there's the Sim teleport strat, like you were saying. What happened in the wall off is going to kill Edgelord right away. And they're down in the start of this fight.
Yeah, so this is probably going to be the early tick going over to Disciples of Dmitri. They're running this double shield meta, which makes shield battle really tough for the side of DilfHunters. They do have the Echo, which is a pretty solid shield target. Shield breaking target. Oh, but the wall's going to separate off Blue 17, so you get charged to the wall down to get a couple of fights collapsing for DilfHunters. Shotgun go down as well.
Yeah, you hate to see that. But Edgelord is going to swap over to the Pharah, which is a pretty decent choice, but he still has to watch out for those Linda Mood right clicks.
It's gonna be tough too. They're already in this in the point, and this comp for Disciples of Dmitri, they're never gonna leave point. They're gonna make you fight them on point.
Yeah,
Sarah's not gonna have an easy time getting in onto this point and doing anything meaningful between the two shields and the eat from General Dill, as well as a wall from Linda Mood. Like, it's gonna be tough to run a pharmacy into. But we'll see what they can do.
Yeah, the nice thing for them though is that they have the Echo as well to kind of harass, so if they can split their attention, they should be pretty well off.
Window came out for Disciples of Dmitri kind of early, just mostly for tempo, just all down the tank line for DilfHunters just a little bit. It is down now, Lamp is now out. This is now your chance for DilfHunters look for a play as they get the kill on a King Pebble from Edgelord. It's proving me wrong, getting a humongous shot of Blue 17 with the Pharah ult coming in as well, gonna kill 2, taking 1, taking 2, and the shooting fight wins for Dmitri. That is a less than ideal nano boost at the end of the fight, but
it was a flex nano.
It was a flex nano.
I mean, they did exactly what they needed to, which was to split the attention. When the attention was split, they baited out the lamp, and then they picked their targets one by one. So they did exactly what they had to do with this comp, even though it was difficult.
Sauce does have the copy. I'm willing to maybe take the May, but we already have the same Sim teleport in, and they're just
gonna cap.
Oh my gosh! Cap them without using any of their ults. They have a better ult economy. This is gonna be really tough for DilfHunters to get back in here now. Maywall does come out. It's not going to get much, just a little bit of a range. Adaptive Circuit's coming out, taking the base.
It's going to get
early.
Two.
from Lindamood is huge, but there's a loser coming back from Sauceboss. It is currently a 4v4, but Sauceboss is going to pick up the kill on the name's Wolf, and this might be the fight, but Symmetra is still alive. Symmetra has to go down if they want to win this fight. She's going to take on Edgelord. Sauceboss will take down Lindamood, and directed camera took me away from the fight. Ah! We're now in overtime.
Yeah, we all we've got left is the Mercy, which goes down on the Reinhardt. They're just gonna have to try to touch if they can. The beat comes out, the Shatter's gonna keep them from stepping onto point.
It's a good engage, they just never killed the people that they needed to kill. They never got rid of basically either DPS, because Linda and Shushi were still on the point. Still pumping out damage and still using their utility. Slowing people down, freezing them.
Honestly, they did a real DilfHunters, I think, did the right thing whenever the wall came up from Shushifu to just kind of wait, because going in with what they had, they were just going to get annihilated with that wall, but unfortunately they just couldn't split the attention well enough to get the picks they needed.
Of course. Here you go.
It's been a while since I spectate. Holy fudge, get me off of the Lucio. I don't want to look at the Lucio. Thank you.
Why not?
Come on.
You can see the whole battle from there. Alright, Shushifu is now on the McCree instead of the,
Oh, a humongous move from Edge. We're gonna get 3 instantly. This is gonna be the type of play that they need to just win these fights in the neutral.
Wow.
And Shushifu is gonna take down Blue on the side, but he's gonna end up probably getting stalled out for sure. He actually takes down 2 on this McCree before going down at the hands of Sauceboss. The point hasn't even been taken yet. There might be an opportunity for Disciples to get back in and contest, but it looks like there's not going to, as they're not going to get rotation in time.
Yeah. You know Shushifu went to McCree to deal with the Pharmacy / Echo, and then to run Bridge.
It's
gotta feel bad.
Yeah. Fight breaking it onto the point. We do see generally there's still the neutral. The only one is Farah, which is right there. This is going to get mostly negated, however, Blue will pick up the kill, and Edgelord will get D-Mac with the barrage, and this is going to be a fight win for DilfHunters. A couple of picks here and there for Disciples of Dmitri to not feel as bad about these fights, so getting something out of it. But you're in a rough spot, as we see names looking to swap onto the Winston instead of the Reinhardt. Interesting call. Might be nice to just kind of get that mobility. I understand how sometimes it should be a jump. Fight is kind of just starting up in the neutral, a little bit of poke coming through. Edgelord will take down names Wolf on the back end of it. We have a high noon being channeled. Edgelord and Voice Charger are down. This is at the end of the cycle. Dimitri's going to need to take on Nuvis before he can get anywhere in the fight. Blue coming in from Blue onto the battle. And that looks like it's going to be the rest of it. And somehow Lindamood fell off the map. I'm not quite sure what happened. But
he got pushed. I don't know why it counted it as a
okay.
But Blue definitely shoved him aside when he ulted.
So we got beat from the side of Disciples of Dmitri, and we have the replication and nano boost from DilfHunters. I would love to see them replicate this Winston and then nano boost the Winston. They're going to actually nano boost the real Winston, not the fake Winston. Blue gonna take it down to half health, but it's just a nice little tempo over there. They're in last fight surgery now. Beat coming in from Nuvis, and it will enable a little bit of a dive, sort of a soft dive. Nothing coming out of that barrage. We'll shut it down and pick up a couple of kills. Self-destruct coming in from General Dill. Oh no, that was Shaka Khan getting a 2K for self-destruct. That might be what they need to be able to just take this point here right now, but there's still 3 on the point, and it's not gonna be quite enough.
Yeah, they had good use of ultimates there and split up the teams they needed. Honestly, the double kill from Shushifu to initiate that fight was pretty excellent.
Yeah, I would.
From the Lucio as well, just to get them in there, fill up the ultimates needed, and go.
I would have liked to have seen Shaka Khan hold the bomb at that point. It's a hard scenario there as a diva to just 1v5 a point. Did get the bomb he was looking for, but didn't quite matter. Nice attempt on a boot from Nuvis is going to actually lead to his own death and Lindamood's death. This is now 4v6 DilfHunters. They're looking for the engage. They have the replicate. What is Sauceboss going to choose to replicate? Or is he going to just replicate it all? Bomb coming in here from General Dill. Look at anybody. We'll get 2! That's why we're moving Sauceboss down. This could be still winnable outside of Dmitri. It's still their tank line there. Lamp is out on the point. Edgelord is super low. And he's hacked. He's hacked even falls off the map, but he doesn't quite. But he will go down eventually. There he is. Death. big angry monkey coming out for blue, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to keep this point. As Disciples of Dmitri held on just enough, and I had a really clutch bomb from General Dill to kill the people they needed to keep the point.
Yeah, they got their first 2, and then Shushifu was all the way over by the bridge, away from the rest of his team, so they just dove on top of him and took him out. But they were able to stabilize, which was really good on them.
That's like 2 fights in a row that we've seen them not use the Echo ult. I want to see what Sauceboss can do with this, because this is a big X factor here. Linden's going to get pressure a little bit early. The lamp does fall, Linden still goes down. This is now a 5v6, there's no EMP. Barrage coming in for Edgelord. He's going to be able to not live through. King Pebble will take down the kill myth. He'll be able to get a res. I don't know. Beat coming in on the
Not gonna get it.
line. They are going to adapt circuits to the Winston. Sauceboss is going to be angry really fast, but it's a 1v a lot at the moment. Window coming out from King Pebble, and this is going to be, I think this is going to be all she wrote. I think this is going to be a full flip. Valve coming in.
I think this though as well.
DDR die can be high. I don't know if he's going to be able to get in the health. He's going to get hacked.
Done.
The bomb coming in. Oh, but they got the stall picks. Edgelord will go down. It's not going to be enough as the bomb's going to take down one and that Chaka Khan going to take down Lucas, but it's not going to matter. She gets a stick on a voice for grip. EMP on the 2, which are, I believe, the 2 that were on the point. Although somehow the other guy's still alive somewhere. He might have just respawned.
And that's
going to
be
be the
that.
map.
Map 1 goes to the Disciples of Dmitri.
Yeah, coming out with some strong Symmetra plays, some strong teamwork and cohesion. And I think on Gardens, it just was a matter of not quite executing ults properly for DilfHunters. I think they threw away a couple on. Oh, this poop though. Bye.
So sad.
Oh my gosh.
You know the name's Wolf saw it, tried his best to like bulk it
Yeah.
and hit just the right way.
Well, it's really unfortunate too because your Reinhardt there have some boop immunity, but it still got him. So, first map to Disciples of Dmitri. What do we think we want to see from DilfHunters moving forward to help them improve?
You know, I think the big thing is just for DilfHunters to kind of, as a team, commit and get their target focus a little bit better. It seemed like they were just kind of trying to frag out. If they could focus in, laser in on who exactly they need to take out, and then pick off their targets one by one, I think they'll have a lot more success. But they're still doing incredibly well. We're just on the cusp there.
With the way that DilfHunters are playing, because they've got these 3 really strong players. They got Shaka Khan, Edgelord, and they're there, diamond and up. When AJ Shaka Khan, when he's on off tank, he's not going to be able to carry like he can from a support role, from a DPS role. It's not to say that he's any worse. He just doesn't carry the same. So Disciples of Dmitri really know that if they kill Edgelord, they've won the fight because that's the carry. That's who's there. So what I would like to see is throw Shaka Khan back onto support and just really key in on AJ's ability, be that hard pocket for a main tank to where you can carry from how much healing you're putting out. Because that, I think, is the answer for DilfHunters in this setting. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what they do. I think so. We got a couple swaps on the side of Disciples of Dmitri. We're actually going to replace the entire support line from Linden.
That was actually so Pebble was on support, and now he's on DPS.
Yes,
and now they brought Jack Strill and Trombone in place support.
Yeah.
And they're going to keep rolling with the names Dill tank line.
The names Dill, I love it. You know, the name Wolf has the best name for comboing. General Wolf, that works. Whatever.
Aka Ranger's pretty good too.
You could just yes and me here.
Or Shaka Ranger, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good combo. That's a throwback combo. Bronson is Phantom, by the way, in case anybody was aware. So it looks like Phantom, as I call him. That's not how you say it. Going in for Sauce Boss. That was a DPS slot, right? Yeah. Phantom plays DPS, mostly Reaper Soldier, if I remember correctly. I think he's got Curry in his kit. Yeah, and I don't expect... this looks like it's keeping AJ in the tank line, because I think Viceroy, DDR, Dyke, and Kai are their typically support players. Not to say that that's all they can play, but I think that's where they typically sit. Looks like we're going to be headed to Hanamura.
Yes, which I actually really enjoy Hanamura as a map. I know that it's kind of an unpopular opinion, but I really enjoy Hanamura as far as 2CP goes.
That said, Hanamura is kind of sketchy to run into a team that is good with Symmetra play, which is what Disciples of Dmitri are. I fully expect to see Symmetra comps. They might not have their May player in, but I'm sure King Pebble can swap onto the May in a heartbeat. And then you can just run the same thing they ran on Night Market. And just have a quick first cap. But I guess we will see, and I don't know if we're gonna red side attacks first, right?
Yes.
So we won't see that until after this first attack.
Unless side of DilfHunters decides to do their own sim strat, which I would love to see.
They could absolutely do that. Miles is no stranger to Symmetra. Miles can play pretty much anything. Doesn't look like that's what they're going to be rolling out with. Looks like they're just rolling out with a pretty standard death ball. Got some double sniper action. But it's the snipers that can play in death ball. You got the Ryan Zarya. I think in this Ryan Zarya matchup, I give the Reinhardt to Names Wolf to Zarya to Shaka Khan. And I don't know who I give the overall to. I haven't seen Shaka Khan and Blue on Ryan Zarya enough to know exactly how they play together. General Duel Names Wolf, really strong on that pair. Arguably Dylan's second best off tank, and arguably Names Wolf's best main tank. So, gonna be a force to be reckoned with on the front lines.
Yeah, if Phantom K can land in a lot of those dynamites and build up those bobs, and even just get the chip damage from the dynamite, they'll be really, really set going in here. Edgelord and Shushifoof on the side duking it out. Edgelord goes down to it.
Shushifoof takes him down. So this is going to be a big nothing on the first push. Although Phantom does get the kill onto the Lucio, which is actually really big in this matchup. It takes away all the move speed that the Ryan Zarya need. Once they get Edgelord back, they might be able to look for an engage. Because Lucio is still in the spawn, although he'll be back pretty well.
Yeah, he'll be back soon enough. They gotta take advantage of it now. If they're going to, it looks like they are. Shaka Khan leads the charge. Dynamite goes out, getting a couple. They're gonna stabilize here, but Jackstraw goes down to Edgelord. King Pebble takes down Edgelord, so we're even here in this fight. Losing Moira is really big.
Shushifoof is on the back line looking for some picks. It's actually somebody else that fallen. I don't know who it was. Phantom will take down Shushifoof in the end. Blue to take on Trombone. This should be the point going over, but there are 3 from Cycle Dmitri still hanging around. Never mind, now there's only 2. Go down. It's going to be a nicely taken point. Honestly, what got that for them was Phantom getting the kill onto Trombone after the pick onto Edgelord, because they got the in when they had Edgelord back. Wrecking Guy will go down for early. That's a huge loss. We just talked about Lucio going down first. He was all the move speed. Blue still kind of wants
Blue's going in.
I don't know if he's going to get anywhere with it. He's just going to leave.
Yeah, he might just be trying to farm energy for Shaka.
Yeah, quite possible. We do have Coalescence and Shatter on the side of DilfHunters, and we have High Noon Replicate on the side of Dmitri, but that Replicate is now dead, although that's a hard pick to work up here because spawn advantage is very much in the favor of Dmitri, but they will get it in from it. The counter Shatter is a little bit better than the initial Shatter. Reinhardt not get down. Here comes the High Noon out of King Pebble. It's not going to be enough. There are 3 down, but that's the circuitry going out of Shushifoof. He's going to take the Reinhardt. Can he do anything with it? Just going to provide his team with a instantly un-Reinhardted, which I don't know how to quite say that phrase. Names and on the Wrecking Ball going to get instantly grabbed for this, along with Shushifoof. They're both just dead at the hands of the grab. And this is going to be about all she wrote. It's going to be a second tick going over 3. The Ana will go down to Edgelord. That's a huge. That should have stalled completely. General cannot point in time.
He tried. He was close.
It was one of those unfortunate moments where I think General Dill was counting on the Ana getting a touch, but then Ana just got capped. So there was not as much time as Dylan thought to get Ana get a touch.
I'm really happy seeing. You can kind of see the rhythm that DilfHunters has established. They get a pick, and you can immediately see Shaka Khan say, he's probably screaming at his team, go, 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 we're up. And then they snowball the rest of the point.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing about, at the end of the day, what some people don't understand about Overwatch is the difference between, like, low plat, and like diamond and up isn't mechanical ability. It's knowing when you have the advantage and pressuring it as hard as you can. And that's what Shaka Khan, Edgelord, and Blue can all bring to a team. Is they can know when it's time to go, and they can just say go.
Yeah.
And as long as the team falls in place and listens, they're golden.
Now we actually are seeing something interesting here. We're seeing Shaka Khan now on the Reinhardt, on the defense with Orisa. Also here.
That turret location on the seal, I love it.
I've never seen that.
I've seen a Bastion on that before, but that's a whole other story.
You learned something new.
So it's gonna be the Orisa Reinhardt into a Pharah Echo dive. It's gonna be very interesting how it plays out. The real kryptonite in this is gonna be can Phantom stay alive and can Voice stay alive. If those two can stay alive throughout the dive, then the fights will go in favor of the DilfHunters. The initial positioning is gonna look like it's gonna be. Oh, General Dill's gonna get team-backed on it. That's humongous for DilfHunters.
Yeah, they're not looking at that turret at all until now.
And Edgelord will get the kill on Shushi. There is somebody on the point. It is the Named Wolf and General Dill. No, it's just Named Wolf. So they're gonna pull the front line back a little bit, but that doesn't do much. The rest of the team has no pressure. Pulling the front line back when they can just walk back up. Trombone will go down on the Mercy. And that's a very successful first hold here for DilfHunters.
They just got a lot of spam and a lot of pressure from a lot of different directions between the turret, the Torbjorn himself. He missed the turret. And then.
Still got his remake. Mad respect for pulling off that remake. But
yeah.
I don't know if it was the play, he could have just jumped off the wall, but that's neither here nor there. We do see Shushi flop onto the Reaper. I'm not sure about that pick in here. There's double shields and we can look up on the Reaper. The speed coming in with the May, that's why they're going to use the full death ball.
But Named Wolf goes down early as Jackstrom makes his way to point, hoping to get a kill in the backline before he's noticed.
And some kills are coming across. This Phantom will go down, but it's not enough. There's just not quite enough. Shushi Foof will go down on the point. We're halfway through a pretty convincing full hold. What does Disciples of Dmitri need to do here to not let that happen?
You know, I think it comes down to target focus again. You can see that they do the setup really well, and then they run in, and it seems like they all have a different idea on who the first target should be, because there's so much pressure from so many different directions.
Well, it's hard to find a great dive target here, or even a great, like, kill this target. Oh, they are gonna get the wall on the shotgun company, he's gonna get out, it'll be okay.
Pretty big dynamite.
Big, lots of bullets being thrown across. Edgelord will take down 2 early, and that is gonna be all short. Jackstrom will take down 1, but TDRI will take down 1, and then Edgelord will get another kill on the Names Wolf and King Pebble. So even though they got that pick onto the main healer, it just wasn't enough. Wasn't the main healer?
Yeah.
No, it was
well, kinda. I mean, there was 2.
I don't know who died. Somebody died.
Viceroy Griff died, Fiona.
Okay.
She's gonna be coming back with Nano, and we're gonna have Bongo from Blue, and then the Bob from the Ash. We got a lot of stress pushing ultimates here.
You almost have to try run twice in a row on the side of DilfHunters. You just don't have time for that because you have to get this Bongo out and Bob out. You're not gonna win team fights with Bongo or Bob. There goes the Bongo. And the early rotation, that's actually a really good rotation. Wait this out. Don't let them get the tempo off it. A humongous shot of Names Wolf. That's on the floor. People would down first. Get hit by it. The Nano coming in on Shaka Khan. There's still no Bob as Shaka Khan gets himself a nice little DK. And then Edgelord will pick up the final kill on a Shushiku. So there's your one fight. They didn't even dry run it. His Names Wolf pulled the shatter. He had to pull the trigger. It was a perfect opportunity to go for it. But now you're still fighting into Bob's shatter. So this is another fight that you technically want to dry run.
30 seconds.
Oh yeah, and they'll have.
But we do have 3 ultimates coming up, and King Pebble does take down Phantom K, so that's removed one of their ults. They're trying to get in there as fast as they can. There's Shatter, and it's gonna get.
Three-man Shatter from Shaka Khan, but a nice disruption in from Names Wolf to counteract. The General is super low. Blizzard coming in with a bomb on point. There's gonna be 2 kills coming across the set. 3 kills for the cycle of Dmitri. King Pebble's doing some work in this fight on this May. She will take down Blue. It's gonna be the old classic last minute. It's gonna take from Disciples of Dmitri. They're already, even if they take, it's gonna have a worse time bank, but they took it.
Yeah, that was That was a lot all at once.
The MVP of that fight, King Pebble, he got the early pick out of hands
Oh,
that didn't allow Bob.
absolutely.
Bob's in that fight. It is a lost fight inside Trick-or-Treat.
Yeah, losing Bob, and also Shaka did get 3, but James Wolf was able to push him out of the way from being able to capitalize. So it was just a very well defended fight there. Now they're coming in fast. They're trying to get in here as soon as they can to get as much time on the time bank for the next attack as possible.
A decent rotation so far. They've taken the high ground without really utilizing too much of anything. They do kill the turret, so Edward's out of that. Edgelord will pick up a melee kill. Torbjorn on shoot one Widowmaker. Not sure.
It wasn't a hammer, doesn't count.
It wasn't a hammer though.
That was going to take down Lucio, and Coalescence coming out from Jacksboro.
This fight is not going the way of Dmitri. They need to just kind of get out and conserve what time they can. They're going to be coming back with basically Shatter. Like, that's all they're really coming back with, which is just a rough place to be when you're fighting into Bomb and Bob and a Nano and a Shatter and Molten Core.
Yeah, and DilfHunters have been doing a really nice job of only using the ultimates they need to, with you know, within a couple exceptions here. So I think, you know, so long as they can maintain that streak.
I'd say on defense they've been pretty darn near perfect with their ult economy. They're using what they need, no more, no less.
Well, last map there was a flex Nano, let's not forget.
Well, I'm talking about this map. The initial engagement is coming in on the top left here. James Wolf is looking for Shatter. They are Blizzard here for King Cup, so they have another ult to play around. The question is, oh, Blue is now on Diva. I didn't even see that. The Shadow's gonna get blocked. The Shatter Bomb is gonna just take down the Shot. It's gonna take a lot of space. Nano did come out on a Shaka Khan, but he's not in that fight, so that's not so much use out of that Nano. The game's coming. I don't know if they want this. Angel is going in deep, and can he get anything out of this? He's living way longer than he should.
Gonna go down. The rest of his team just wasn't there to help him out.
And then Shaka Khan's just in for the cleanup, and they're just staying a little too long now. General Bill's gonna be killed off in mini form, not gonna be able to run away.
You can see they're trying really hard to take this high ground, and DilfHunters is just letting them, just giving it to them, and then they're rotating sides, the turrets off to the side, Diva comes up from behind, the rest of the team's in front. And you've got 3 attacks coming at you.
Well, the Ash and the Torture really want them to be on that, because they can't deal damage to them if they're in the hallway. When they're on the platform, you just rain down damage from the Ash. As we're going to see them coming down from the main. Voldemort coming in early out of the Edge. He's going to get slightly out of it. The Shadow's coming really big from name. No, that's Shaka. A well-played team fight there. Honestly, Shaka Khan had a really nice decision to shatter the backline and then pin the Reinhardt forward and just take him out of the fight completely. But there are some kills coming across. I don't know if it's going to be enough. General can't even get a touch. And it's
Edgelord did get the hammer kill.
Did he?
On the Baptiste, yes. It is worth noting.
Play of the game.
And then the Edgelord with the play of the game on this tour of Bjorn. Let's see what it is.
This is really good. I mean, he's just in the right spot. He's got the coalescence on him, right in his ultimate. And when he presses E, it's impossible to get out.
Interesting Torgrim style, because Edgelord would take and use Molten Core as an engagement, which you don't necessarily think of it as an engageable. But at the end of the day, if it masks off an entire area that anybody can stay in, pretty good engage. So
yeah, it does essentially like it pulls off the same effect as Dynamite, but it lasts a lot longer, and it's if you choose to walk in it.
And
it can be quite
deals
frustrating.
a lot more damage.
Yes.
So off we go. We're gonna go to a hybrid map next. I probably gonna be King's Row. Let's be honest. Because
Listen,
everybody in
there's
this
nothing wrong
league
with it.
picks King's Row, except for my team, because we're just like, well, I don't think it's any surprise. We like the monkey ball, and that doesn't play as well on Kings as it plays in other areas. So we'll play Kings, but I would be very surprised if Dmitri don't choose Kings, knowing how good their Ryan Zarya is, and knowing that they have some pretty decent ways to play around with the Mei and a and a Symmetra, which work pretty well in King's Row. But I guess we will see.
So Arthur's just wrote in the chat.
Yeah, we called it King's Row. What a surprise. PMAOWL playing Kings Row? Never.
Listen, it's a good map. When a map is good, it's good.
I mean, yeah. I'm
You
not
know?
hating on it. It's just, it's like the only escort, or it's the only hybrid this league plays. It's
It's because it's good.
There are other good hybrids. Numbani is
guess.
good as hell.
I mean, you're right. But Kings Row.
Rings Co.
Well, we're kind of waiting on teams to hit us with ours. I do want to thank Twigs and Heroic for the subs, and I believe Stack through in a bit. So thank you guys for watching and hanging out.
Speaking of Twigs, the debate of the day is on Daniel Brownstein's, I think that's how you say his name, Brontosaur's Facebook page, where he has a stick, and he said, "This is a stick." And something about anybody will argue, and then I saw somebody commented, "No, that's Morgan Jensen, whatever his last name is, because that's
That was
Twigs."
really good. That was
I
really good.
about died. It was so funny.
All right, we are going in Kings Row. It will be, I believe it'll be Disciples of Dmitri on the attack first.
Yes, and Nuvis and Lindamood did come back in. So this is very likely going to be... We could see one of two routes. We could see the Linda on the Widow, which she's currently hovering. And actually, Name's currently hovering the Monkey, but I don't think he's going to stay there. Maybe he will. They're looking at kind of a double sniper dive comp so far. This might just be something they're going to scout and get an initial pick. If they don't, they'll swap onto a Deathball comp. We do see a pretty standard Deathball. Actually, the same thing they were running for the most part on the last attack, as we have the Ryan Zarya, the Hanzo Ash, and Lucio on.
Yeah, I'm really liking, they're going full dive here with their team picks, and so long as Disciples of Dmitri can really isolate who their main target is and burst them down, they will have no problem taking this initial point.
And it's actually looking like it's going to be a Sombra Echo dive, which is an odd form of dive that I haven't seen before, but I feel like it works very similarly to Sombra Farah dive. Sombra hacks a target, they go in and jump and kill him. Fan's going to be the target, he's going to get...
I mean, he's up by himself, what are they going to do? What's he going to do?
Okay. I hope fighting ceases for a little while. This is my PSA to players who get dove.
Oh no, hold on, the fight is starting.
The fight is starting. Oh, I want to say words. Engage coming across. The dive coming in. Edgeworth will go down at the hand of Linda as the entirety of DilfHunters are forced back in the streets. Picks up a 2K on the Sombra. Might as well call Linda 6-2K instead of 6-2-6. King Pebble will pick up a kill with the 30 orb on the Vice Striker as the points are slowly being tapped. But yeah,
unfortunate. Okay, now you can give your thing.
If you're getting dove, do not run away from your team. Don't go to the place where your team isn't. Go to the place where your team is. Because that's
that
the
was
only
really
way you get
unfortunate. I mean, to be fair, he did get immediately pushed into that way. You know, it wasn't ideal, but he was already kind of there and just got shoved in. Edgeworth is going to take down Shushu if he said no more of this.
He's got great positioning here on this Hanzo, but he will go down to a dirty orb. A big shatter out of
shatter into the
kill. Phantom will pick up a kill as Blue gets the pin to kill off General's Mac. This is where I think this dive might run into some issue. There's not as clean of a neutral to set up a dive in. It's just kind of this constantly moving death ball.
Yeah, but you can see Lindamood's doing his best. He's really close to EMP, and that's all they're really going to need to get maximum value out of this.
I'm not going to say that's all they really need. Because even with EMP, if Sauce Boss plays it right, he can get the beat, and if he's hiding from the EMP.
Yeah, but if you get a huge EMP in the middle of the fight, I mean, if he plays it right, that's all he's going to need. The grab comes out from Shaka Khan to get 2. Dragon's going to take down Nuvis.
Dragon's in play, will take down Nuvis. Name's looking to pick up Phantom, and they're just kind of rolling through this mid-fight really well. She is on Zarya at the moment through this Echo. I don't know if he's going to get a grab. He will not get a grab, but they're going to get the fight in all the way to 3rd, and they did that without Bomb or EMP. They have EMP Bomb now. See, and so this is what I'm saying. EMP Bomb, that is...
Oh, listen, I'm not saying that he needed to use EMP. It was just a... Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Wait, where was he?
He might have tried to coach gun jump out of spawn into the high ground and missed. I've done that many a time. Done that many a time.
Oh, that feels bad. A nice
It's
stage
really bad
rotation.
because now he's out of this fight.
Oh yeah, this is a 5v6.
Lindamood is looking for that EMP or an isolated target. Here comes the
in.
bomb.
Here's the EMP.
No,
No EMP. It's not in
late.
time. No, they're late on it, but it doesn't matter.
I mean, honestly, the EMP wasn't going to get the bomb to kill anybody. I don't.
The point still has not been captured. Phantom is still there. They're
He's hanging out.
Oh, they don't know.
Oh yeah, no, they know.
Okay,
they know.
they finally found it.
DilfHunters got a majority of those. That was wild. You hate to see that. Or you
Think
love
about
it,
the
depending
thing
on who
about
you're
Echo is Echo cleans up kills really well because the fight breaks out, and then
Oh
you
my
press
gosh,
E,
yeah,
and it
absolutely.
just melts people who are low health. And I'm not taking anything away from Sushi who played that fight well. It's just not unsurprising to see 3 random kills by an Echo at the end of the team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Edgelord is going to be over onto this Reaper because he can do it the big humongous shatter out of blue. That's 4 men down. There's going to be 2 kills instantly. Names will pick up a kill on Edgelord, but I don't know if it's going to matter. It's Phantom will get a kill onto Sushi just as the tank stuff for Cyber Dmitri, and I think they're just going to peace out.
Yeah, they just gotta reset.
Blue had a very nice shatter.
Yeah, they got him to turn around
And a very economical fight.
yes, which are the
Just
ones
the
you
shatter.
love to see. You can get away with winning a fight in 1 ultimate. It's a dream.
Lindamood is still on the Sombra. Just kind of poking around, going to look for a little bit of havoc to back. A nice purple. We're going to get beat. It's going to be in time.
Bob is gonna get pushed back into that corner. More ideal, but it's not gonna get anybody, unfortunately. I mean, he's shooting stuff, but it's not gonna quite do much.
Edgelord is on the point. See, but they're not even pushing the point. Like, they won that fight. Okay, cool. But they haven't pushed the point an inch. This is actually a really nice stall.
Yeah, but yeah, it is. And it, you know, but they do want to solidify the fight so that they can continue to push and have force them into stagger mode as much as possible at this point. Grab comes
Coming
in.
in onto the Echo. Sushi moving on the hands of Edgelord, who's now on the Tracer. We have ourselves a 5v5 as Blue is also out of the fight. Lucio's not going to be dead. My General Dill fight has had no other casualties, although now it has. General Dill makes me kill. King Pebble taking out Phantom, but Edgelord and Shaka Khan's making a little 3k between the two of them and a 4k between the two of them. Which is a weird way to say Shaka Khan got a 3k, but I'm going to lower it.
Hello.
You phrase it however you need to in the moment.
They're scouting for the Sombra. Where is yours?
So we've got ourselves the EMP, Coalescence, Echo, Ultimate. You know, honestly, get into the Rhine.
Honestly, the play here for Disciples is copy the Rhine,
There's
or
the
just
EMP.
2 kills coming away, 3 kills coming away.
Look at that.
Shaka Khan does pick up a kill, but he can't do it on his own. He's gonna do exactly what I was saying. Turn on that E, pick up a couple of last hits. Edgelord gonna do everything he can on the Tracer, but that is approximately nothing. The beat gonna come in, that might be the hit they need. The Shatter's coming in from somewhere? Wait, what happened?
Yeah, he
Get a
just
pin.
didn't quite catch anybody. Shishifu decides to play Reinhardt for a few seconds, hoping to get a Shatter. And he's gonna get it, and it's gonna get
Got one on
Edgelord, and
Edge.
they're gonna take the point.
There was nothing more fulfilling than playing Echo, taking a Reinhardt, and getting a huge Shatter, and then getting another huge Shatter. What's
Oh my
my
gosh.
favorite moments are when I do that.
I've only done it like once, but that one time was very satisfying.
We were doing some research on Echo, as far as like what ults are the best. Now we were trying to find, are there anybody that you can get 3 of? If you hit all headshots, you can get 3 Hanzo Dragon, which is probably not actually doable in game.
The ult takes itself so freaking long to.
You can charge it during the dragons.
That's true.
If you use every high noon as a reload, you can get 3 high noons. I'm sure you can get 3 shatters. I've just never done it. What was the other one? It's basically anything that's like an instant. Like it's we're dealing damage.
I think you can get quite a few as
Ball,
Tracer.
Ball is one that you can get. You can get another bombs before your bombs are gone.
Yeah. So back to the game, because that's the thing that's going on. We're running with
Echo
a very.
play. I'm analyzing.
No, you're good. But I didn't want to throw it out before they get started.
yeah,
We're running with pretty similar team comps here. You can see DilfHunters is trying to decide. You can see Shaka Khan switching between a couple takes, trying to figure out which one exactly he wants to do.
Winston? Yeah, I didn't think so.
No, you got. No, not quite. As much as we would love to see it.
I don't think I've ever seen him play Winston, so that would have been really fun. Linda already being a pest in the back line. already kind of peeking around. Might get spotted out. He is just gonna
Doesn't look like it.
Rotation through hotel is coming through. Lindemann is almost dead, but he does get back and get moved up. And they're just gonna kind of exist in hotel. Which is not a great place to exist against Neko. The hacker coming in on, I couldn't tell who got hacked. It was actually
on the Hanzo.
the Hanzo.
Yeah,
So early kill coming over to the Seko and stalls the push. So far,
yeah, they got into the hotel, but they just couldn't get away out of the hotel.
Well, I don't know if you want to be in a hotel against the hacker. Like, her spam is so good in there. It's like
yeah, that right click.
That point.
Yeah.
So they say, screw the hotel, we're just going main. Gonna get the full rotation. Linda has a nice little cross angle. She's
got a thing already.
On that cross angle. The double fire strike kill out of name tool. And then a couple more kills coming across for Shusha. And that is a ace. Although they did get a tick out of it.
Yeah, they did. They gave up a tick to win the fight, which you have to do sometimes.
Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. We do see Replicate, Coalescence, and Shatter on the side of Dmitri into just the Coalescence.
But they're coming up on Dragons, they're coming up on Grab. If they can grab Dragon into this fight, they'll be pretty well set.
Yeah, Grab Dragons is what they have to play for, I agree. So be watching for those ults. Those are the ults to watch for when they come online. How Shaka Khan and Adaptive Circuit's coming in on right arm. The instant Shatter coming out of the pretty big. Another Shatter coming out of the shoot. How many more Shatters are going to come across in this fight? I want to see one more. I don't think we're going to see any more, and I'm sad.
Much better.
Gosh, even just having two Reinhardt swinging into your entire team and sitting on point.
It's so much damage. It's, what, 75 damage a swing?
I don't know the math, and I wouldn't be able to do the math.
Well, that's because you're not a tank, man.
Well,
I'm pretty sure it's 75.
Listen, I don't even know my DPS. I know how long I have to charge to get a 1hit K.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So we do have Grabs coming online, but there is beat.
Oh, there's just storming in here. The
Dragons coming in. The beat does come across in time. There's going to be no kills. Shatter coming in from Blue. Going to take down both of the tanks, and there's a huge EMP, but there's nobody there to follow up on the grab. Going to come in. Going to instantly kill Sauce Boss and Phantom. Shaka going to pick up a kill on the name tool, but that might not matter. Although he does get a 2K on the back of it. It's Shaka versus the world. He will take down a third. Can he take down General? On this, sorry. There is also a Shushu
comes in to ruin.
He will not.
Respect the 1v1 Shushi.
Respect the 1v1.
Did not respect the 1v1. But they are going to have a serious
they do have a serious respawn advantage.
They're going to get another tick.
They will have
Lindeman's going to get the hack on blue, and that's going to be detrimental here.
Oh no. The Coalescence does come out from King Bubble as well. Nude's going to get a kill on the Phantom. This might be all she wrote. We're down to 50 seconds left. And the only real economy that you're looking at for DilfHunters is a Coalescence on a high noon, which is not likely to be enough to win this next fight.
Maybe, maybe not. I don't want to discount it yet.
True. Anything could happen. They did get a second tick, actually. I just now saw that.
Yeah, they did. They gave up another tick to win the fight.
Oh, Edge Sword pick up kill on Shushu. That is humongous.
Early.
This is your 5v6 that you're looking for. That's the pick they need. They're going to need a Coalescence here to come in. There it is.
Coalescence to initiate the fight. Lindemann, I don't know if he was intending.
2-man Shatter out of Nate. That's not going to be enough. Edge Sword. Oh, kill man. Phantom go down to General Bill. And it is now a 5v4.
Force Lindemann to hop down. Giant Shushu comes back in.
Is back. He will have his replicate soon. If he can become the Reinhardt.
They're going to take 2 down. Nope, he's going to go down. Lindemann's going to try to get out, and they're going to take this.
Off the backs of basically the pick of the night out of Edge Sword to kill Shushu early to hold the point. And here comes the ever poignant King's Row Streets phase, where teams will just go fight for 4 minutes until the payload moves far enough to cap. And it's basically Streets phase. Although, on the point, there's just a Moira, and Lindemann is distracting him. Not gonna get the kill, but now the point is stopped, and Sword Grip is gonna be alive. But well played by Lindemann to disrupt him and pull the front line back.
Yeah, to force them. I mean, that's a huge thing.
Yeah, that's what gives your team space to get in. General still does have grab. They do have
the EMP.
The grab thing, EMP, words, phrases, prepositions.
And so it's hoping to get a pick on his way out, but I don't think it's gonna quite happen. And they're just gonna stop this.
A well-coordinated play, but if you're the side of DilfHunters, you're honestly okay with that. They used EMP and grab, and you died instantly to it. You didn't think too much ult charge. And now you basically have 5 ults coming back into 4. One of them being Shushi Foofs, so it turns into like 7 ults if Shushi plays it right.
He played it right, yeah. So here comes the Coalescence to initiate.
Shushi Foof taking the Zarya. An interesting selection. I don't dislike.
Fortunately,
They're not gonna be able to get
he's
anything
gonna
with
waste half his time in it. Chuck contact time. He might get a grab. He's gonna get it, but he's gonna get shattered before he needs it.
And they will take Shushi out of Zarya mode. I still don't know how to call that.
I always just shout, kill the fake whoever.
Yeah, basically, and that's gonna be second pretty easily. You did see all of the ults used from the side of DilfHunters, so you're only rolling this next fight with a high noon, and you're fighting into Shatter. It's actually not too bad on the ult economy looking into third. We could see this turn into a full cap from the side of DilfHunters. The question is, what will the time banks look like?
Yeah, I mean, they're basically looking at it. If they cap it, it'll be a minute. If they cap it, I'll give them this. I'll have a minute left.
They Edgelord dig him down the high, coming out of Phantom, gonna get gets on the Tracer, being a little annoying gnat in the back line. Names will press up some space to get a Fire Strike kill to get it, and both Orions gonna charge each other as long
There's the Coalescence.
Basically a one fight for DilfHunters. Coalescence on Fire Strike. I'm not sure about that choice. I get it, get your team out, but now you don't have that tool as a temporal to engage the next fight.
Yep, I agree here. But they are coming up on Grab and Pulse Bomb. Shatter will be on its way. Beat will be on its way.
Grab Pulse is basically the win con for DilfHunter.
But we have a lot of ults on the side of Disciples.
If they can do it soon, there's no beat. If they can do it soon, there's no beat, and then they can... Oh! Phantom almost going down to the boost, not quite. They need to get this grab pulse in before beat. If they can get it before beat, a huge block out of blue on the Shatter. There's the grab, there's the pulse, there's the 2K, and there's the high noon for them getting nothing. That's exactly what I was saying. If they could get it before the beat came in, then they had it, and the beat was not there in time. And that's gonna be the point. That's gonna be the cap.
Take it.
Oh, the ball's back.
Maybe not yet. Spell picks.
Okay, never mind. There's still a Shatter. They're not dead yet.
I think at this point they're just hoping to get the overtime.
20 seconds, 24 seconds.
So close. They can get the May to come around. It doesn't look like it.
Wow.
I told you. Minute left. I told you. I called
so
it.
we got ourselves round 3 and round 4 on Kings. Really well played by DilfHunters. I'm not sure if they knew that Pete wasn't there yet, but they knew as soon as they got Grab Pulse, they had to go for it. That was their really only way to get through that last team fight. And they pulled it off. Well played.
Yeah, they did. The side of Disciples did so well on that initial defense on the first point. I could really see them full holding it here again. But we're gonna see Lindamood on the McCree instead of the Sombra.
I like that. I like that. I think they haven't. The thing with Sombra is you need to find ways to that EMP makes a significant difference in team fights, and they've been good EMPs.
Well, to be fair, even like especially on this point right here, he stayed up on that high ledge in the back behind the point, and they were not looking at him. He was just getting free hacks all day, every day, was chipping in damage.
Or you can play McCree and not get looked at and just kill him. And so that's kind of why I'm okay with swapping off the Sombra.
Oh, I'm not mad about him swapping. It's just interesting to see because the Sombra was doing quite a bit of significant work. But I think with only a minute left, he's thinking I'll probably get a noon before I get.
An interesting path taken by the side of DilfHunters. They're just kind of ramming their throats down, gonna go through hotel once again, gonna tempt fate. They do get the wall early. The wall is gonna be huge. Coming in out of names getting killed. Unlucky, as I like to say. This is now a 4v6 on the point. We're gonna go on a general kill. And this is all she wrote. This is gonna be first point. Pretty easily for DilfHunters.
Yeah, I'm wondering if named Wolf was hoping for the disruption and then his team to capitalize on pinning somebody out of it. But all he did was just get himself stuck in the back line with no help.
I think conversely, I think he thought that Blue was going to charge him.
That's possible too.
But we can't talk about that right now because the fight is still going. It is half health in the mix of things. Shotgun is huge. humongous at this point with his charge. And they're just rolling this on forward, taking so much space for free. While I believe that's the Moira sits on points. That's a little hairy that you don't have your Moira, but that's okay. Corliss is coming in for King Pebble. He's gonna get killed. This is gonna get one up. Hayden coming in, gonna get healthy as well. Little bit is super low as a result of it. He's gonna get killed. Blizzard coming in from Edgelord. It's gonna be on a lot of people. There is, however, a Shishifu may copy, but he has gotten nothing. He's just shield
by himself. Yeah.
So he's not gonna be able to get even one
Oh,
as well.
He's got it. He's got it. If he can throw it, he's
did
not
he?
good with it.
He didn't get it in time.
No.
And DilfHunters are still just rolling through this point, and they have 4 ults. They did lose Shaka Khan. And that's a long hike back. They do have a shatter from names Wolf. If it's big enough, it only gets 2, and there's a beat soft buff. So huge. And he did not get much of this counter shatter. He's
still gonna take down the Reaper now. Blue's off by himself.
Super aggressive.
Yeah, he's gonna go down for it. I don't know what happened.
The grab is humongous. Oh, but the wall out actually saves them from the side of whoever the May is. That keeper. I lost track of who was playing who. But still, oh, that's a phenomenal.
It's just one of those things, like, both of these teams play so aggressively, it's hard to keep track of sometimes.
It was a huge grab, but it was an interesting choice to wall your own grab. But
well, I don't. Did they wall their own grab or did they wall themselves out of it? I couldn't tell by the colors.
The grab was from Shaka Khan and then Edgelord walled.
I bet it
sure.
Might have been a misclick, because my guess.
I mean, yeah, it's
well, and actually, walling. Yeah, I don't know. Colors are weird. I'm confusing myself thinking about it now.
But no, so to touch back on what happened on first point, when Nameswolf charged, I think he was expecting Blue to charge him, and was just preparing for the counterpin so that he wouldn't get smacked into the May wall. But then Blue just never pressed shift. So I think that's what actually happened. One of those, as a main tank, sometimes you big brain, sometimes sometimes you too big brain.
Yeah, you play the mind game thing a little too hard.
Exactly.
I mean, either way, it's really unfortunate because that's ultimately what led the trickle to the losing that fight.
Oh, anytime you can kill the opponent's main tank first, that's a very good sign for the fight. So going back to this Risa, Reinhardt, Torbjorn comp that gave them so much success on Hanamura, it could do work here again. The only difference is we're going to see a Ryan Zarya into it, not the Monkey Diva or the Ryan Diva. And the fight's coming across. It looks like it's going to be a rotation through Hope's Tell.
Shield already set up by Blue to be prepped for that.
Nothing doing no big pull. Going to lead to a nice fire strike through from Shaka. Actually, it didn't hit anybody, so never mind. Shaka Khan didn't get anybody with that fire strike. Unlucky, as they say. A nice rotation, though. They're playing at that mid-range, treating Reinhardt like a off-tank where his poke is fire strike, and that's what he's a fire strike bot for right now.
Yeah, and they're rotating out the shields to do work, but they're just gonna storm right in and take down Sauce Boss right away. The name's Wolf goes down.
Oh, they're still in it. They're still in it. AJ's alive. Oh, if they
trying to push them out while they get their picks. Shaka Khan's shield goes down, so he goes down with it. The blue shield comes back up, and Lindamood flashes Phantom to take him out. King Bubble takes a nap.
Edgelord killed Linda. This is winnable. Blue is still alive. Okay, Blue's down, but then they get the respawn time. Edgelord's gonna touch on the point. He's not gonna be able to. Colison's coming in for Sauce Boss. Unfortunately, probably wants that one back. Was trying to get in and save Edgelord, but wasn't able to do it in time.
Yeah, but with no extra time, they only have 1 minute and 3 seconds to move the cart all the way to the end. General Dill gets an early pick on Phantom.
Well,
Tank.
most of the way to the second, but yeah.
You know what I mean, whatever. I meant it to the objective.
Okay, DilfHunters look like they do get their full reset. However, General Dill's still being very aggressive, and the Coalescence coming in out of King Pebble to try and maybe poke down and kill through these shields. I'll actually take down Saucepawn. This is gonna be it. I don't know if they're gonna get a recontest. They do have Edgelord's Molten Core and a Nano. They're gonna need to Nano this AJ and get him in this fight. The Shatter's gonna be just onto the ball, and he will go down. We'll take down General Dill. Can he get down anymore? He takes down 2 more. Edgelord kills 3. They might be able to get this recontest as Blue is trying to take the point. They will kill Names Wolf. It is just a Shushi Poof and a noob.
Trying his best. They got 10 seconds to be able to touch back onto point. The ball's
there is a wrecking ball, so they're going to get a touch.
Oh, absolutely.
but they don't only need to touch, they still need to move it. 26 meters, feet coming in. A big move out of Sauce Boss to deny that team gets General. They don't get onto General. The Adaptive Circus isn't going to get anything out of Deco, but a nice shot of the main tool. Oh, with a 2K Fire Strike out of Shock. Hydun's going to come on the back end of it, but it's not going to be enough. General Bill is just one ball versus a whole bunch of enemy people.
And that's going to be that.
Wow. That might be one of the best iterations of King I've seen in a long time in PMAOWL.
Yeah, that was
Well-played match.
It's freaking wild.
What a map. The poise that you have to have if you're either team, not just tilt off the face of the earth at any point in the overtime rounds. You know what? I love me a good Reinhardt play the game that starts with the Reinhardt at 60 health.
Right.
That's the way to do it. Because he was at 60 health when it started, and I'm like, oh, this is good.
Yeah, and check out these stats. 30 high energy kills and 44 elims from Shaka Khan. 35,000 damage blocked.
Well, that's what happens when you play 30 minutes of Overwatch.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's just, I love seeing the numbers
Yeah, I know what you mean.
skyrocket.
Yeah. The good one. So we've discovered this game mode that is a basic boss mode.
Oh my gosh, that's
but it's
so
also
funny.
like Total Mayhem style. So you have like cooldowns basically.
Yeah, that's so much fun.
But then there's also mystery heroes because when you die you swap. So it's like a combination of all those things. And if you're on Widowmaker, you spawn with ulti. So you press your ulti. And then you usually die instantly because Widowmaker is garbage in this one. And at the end of the
Right.
game, there's inevitably a stat that is what's the name of her ulti?
What, who's, sorry?
Improviser or something? I forget the Widowmaker.
Oh, Attack Visor, yeah.
Attack Visor.
I think that sounds right.
It's whatever her ult is. It's like the uptime of it, and it's like 60%. And there's a card for it. And the first time we saw it, we died laughing. Wait, there's
awesome.
a card for that? Because inevitably, you play the Widowmaker, you go...
Oh, Attack Visor is Soldier. Infrared sights. Chat's helping out.
Infrasight, yeah, that's it.
We are fools. Who let us cast?
Look,
Whose
I
idea
play
was it?
tank. I don't know
Put both of us
anything
together.
about Widowmaker. It's just that there's a wacky card when you play the That's all I know about Widowmaker. So it looks like we're going to Junkertown. Gonna be a really great place for Disciples of Dmitri to play some of these dive games I'm wanting to play. It's a great place for Echo. It's a great place for Monkey. So they should be able to have some fun with some of these dive comps they've been pulling out. Meanwhile, DilfHunters is actually a really great place for these Orisa comps they've been running. I personally think Orisa is hot garbage right now, but if in the right coordination, it can do wonders. And DilfHunters are showing that. They're using it very well. So I wouldn't be surprised to see some more of these Orisa Reinhardt style comps, maybe some Orisa Sigma. I know Khan's got a pretty nasty Sigma, actually.
Mm-hmm.
We will see.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a request to say ooh woo in chat.
Nope. Let me get
I'm
some
saying,
daily.
I'll say ooh. It is.
How did I know?
And Steck through another bit. So thank you guys. There's a quick break going on. We'll start up here in a second once everybody's back.
You got time to pee. You got time to do whatever you want, basically. All you gotta do is make sure your internet don't crap out. You can walk away and piano for all I care. Not to belittle what our stream.
Well, no, you got time. By the time we end up hitting by the time lineups even show up, all those things. So that's a solid 2 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Go to the restroom, wash your hands.
Well, in the worst case, it'll just eventually swap to something, won't it?
I don't know.
Spectator camera. Well, who knows? So Billy, tell me a story. I don't care what story.
I don't have a story.
How do you not have a story? You're Billy.
What? Do you have a story?
Tell me one of the adventures of Billy.
Well, there was this one adventure where everyone on my team had Amazon Prime. And so we all dropped our Twitch Prime subs that you get for free with your Amazon Prime into PMAOWL.
How did this turn into an advertisement?
I turn everything on stream into an advertisement.
Tell me a
Because
story.
that's how we get cool
Plug to
stuff.
Amazon Prime.
That's how we get cool stuff like our logo that we have, and among
True.
other things.
One thing that I don't know if people realize is we have a pretty decent balance in our funds. That inevitably the question is asked every 3 months of what we should do with said money. We still haven't come up with a great answer yet, but
we're doing cool stuff with it.
We hope to soon have some really cool things that we can soon giveaways on stream, giving away maybe like some Overwatch token, or Overwatch League tokens, or.
Also, while we're at it, the other thing is, we want a bunch of cool emotes to spam during stream.
True.
That the amount of subscriptions you have is what allows that to happen. So you have to get so many subscriber points to unlock.
Don't we currently have an option to another one at the moment?
I think there was one that was waiting, but Twitch takes a little while sometimes, especially with the oversaturation of streamers right now.
Nobody can leave their house and stuff.
Well, yeah, so they're taking a little bit longer to approve emotes.
How dare!
I remember at one point, I think there was a Billy emote being submitted.
If it's not a goat, I'll be sad.
It's not. It's just a picture of me.
It's the famous picture. It should have been a Billy goat. That would have been better.
Listen, I'm not the one who submitted it.
Well, maybe you should have been.
No, I don't have that power.
What do you mean?
I'm not in charge of the stream. I just tell people.
Yeah, but you could have submitted a suggestion for it. Whatever.
I guess I could. But they wanted the meme photo. So
yeah, I understand.
With the meme photo.
So, what do we think Disciples of Dmitri need to do on Junkertown to pull out the W? Because they've been close on the last two maps. Granted, Horizon, Hanamura was basically a full hold on second, but King's Row was so close. What do they need to change?
I think they just need to make better use of their utility.
Mm-hmm.
That first hold on King's Row, I'm going to go back to it. The Sombra was such a huge pick for them. And when it was working and they were making use of their hack targets and just annihilating them.
And it just wasn't consistent coordination around it.
Yeah, they were winning fights. And so I think and it doesn't necessarily have to be a Sombra again, but it's the same idea. You run a Mei or a McCree or whatever it is, whatever utility you're using, if you're not making use of it, then it's just wasted,
And then it's just why are you playing a hero?
Because if you're looking at these, and here's the thing, both these teams can just frag out.
Oh yeah,
and that's what is making these fights so crazy and last so long, is that they can, like, if they wanted to, they could just say, screw it, let's just play Call of Duty right now and play it that way. And win the game that way.
Excuse me, I believe it's called Valorant.
Whatever, But you get the idea. Both of these teams have really strong mechanical
they have great pop-off potential.
Yes. And, some of these fights are won by sheer mechanic, and some of these are which team made use of their ultimates. So I think that's honestly what it comes down to for Disciples of Dmitri, is where can they better utilize the utility that they have.
Mm-hmm.
So
I 100% agree.
Because, like I said, they're both teams are so well coordinated in what they are doing, and both teams again are so mechanically skilled. It comes down to the minutia here of how to win fights.
Just said minutia on an owl stream.
Yeah, it's a great word.
Ooh.
I know very few words, and that is one of them.
It's like, I know red, dog, and minutia.
I know minutia, Twitch Prime, subscribe. I am the worst.
That's great. Ladies and gentlemen, who appointed this man?
Listen, I'm your casting manager for a reason. We got ours, so we're going.
Hey, we're going. That way Billy and I can stop our madness.
Prepare to attack.
Alright, so I believe it's gonna be DilfHunters attacking first.
Yes.
You know what the world needs right now? The world needs an edgelord versus Shushifu Widowmaker battle.
I would love that just for me.
The world needs it. please let it
Or
die.
Lindamood. Lindamood's a solid widow. I don't want to.
Or Linda, yeah.
No one can discount. Like Linda's scary.
He's definitely a strong hit scan player.
Ready for
Oh,
battle.
oh, it's coming.
But there we go.
It's coming. It's coming. Oh, Honor, why you smart? No, play Widow.
Haley, I already did my Amazon Prime spiel. You must have been gone for it. I don't want to give you
Interestingly, we were talking about the Orisa potential, and we're going to be Disciples of Dmitri going to run the Orisa comp. They're going to have a little mini bunker with a McCree turret-ish thing going on.
Yeah.
And it looks like we're going to have some Widowmaker dive from the side of DilfHunters.
5, 4,
Shaka Khan on D.Va's a really fun thing to see.
1.
You don't see it too often, but his D.Va's actually really strong.
Yeah, I mean, again, both these teams are so mechanically skilled. It's fun to see whatever wacky nonsense they're gonna run. I'm all for whatever they decide to play.
Interesting hold location. They're holding actually, I don't even know what to call it. Holding
Under
this house.
second bridge? I don't know.
Need healing.
This is, yeah, it's under second bridge on this house. And this could prove deadly if it catches out the wrong target at the wrong time. And it's actually super hard to dive this spot. So it's a really smart place to hold for what you're playing against. However, eventually you gotta touch onto the point.
Oh, but they're gonna. I mean, not really. They're contesting it from there.
Well,
They can kind of just sit here and wait for someone to get bored and run in.
this is really inconceivable, Dmitri. You don't have good Widow sightlines, you don't have good dive sightlines. And on the side of DilfHunters, you're just hoping that you can move it slowly.
They're gonna race Shaka Khan behind him. He's probably not gonna have a mech.
Oh, he's...
No, he's out. He's out.
That's what I'm talking about. AJ's D.Va. Butter. Oh, the angry monkey! Oh, that's brilliant.
Shush goes down, and that's gonna start to disrupt this. But Angry Monkey, they're not gonna take him out, even though he's the only one there. He's gonna get Vice again. Grip though, and that shatter.
That was almost a gigantic shatter, but the pull was just a second too slow. But Vice Grip is down, and Shaka Khan will be not to. Edgelord gets a pick on the move. This could be the way to turn this fight. Shaka Khan has nice positioning right now, being able to spray some damage above the shield. He's gonna come and get a little bit of cleave across this tank line. Shaka Khan will take down names. He will get, however, D-Mech, but the bomb to get his potential remech. Can he get the full remech? It will actually kill General. Lindamood's gonna try and free Shaka Khan mid-remech, but will not
Bates
get
the
it.
flashbang.
He will eventually die.
Well, it's just Shaka Khan. If
Okay,
he would
yes.
turn around and freeze him, maybe he could have gotten that with his help. But it is what it
Also,
is.
a well-stalled point there from this episode of Dmitri.
I mean,
Stalled
yeah,
the
they-
point for 2 minutes. Maybe a minute and a half to call it.
Yeah. But here come the ult.
Sight's coming in, early primal from Blue. Did he primal? No, he did not primal.
No, he did not.
Timing coming
Here
in.
comes- it's gonna get
Hands
Nuvis.
pick up a kill. So
Yeah,
that request
they're
doesn't
gonna
necessarily
get
get you anything, but it gets you a couple ults out. You do get, it gets you sights and I knew now. They're gonna be coming back at this fight with 5 ults and a Names Wolf Shatter. Oh, but Edgelord is
Early
picking
pick.
up
I need
kills as we go along.
Yeah, so those things like you cannot keep him at all.
Yeah, Miles is pretty good at the game.
Just a little bit.
Alright, so now we're in the streets phase. We've got 5 ults on the side of Disciples of Dmitri, 3 ults for DilfHunters.
Yeah, they're
Pretty much
that.
all stall ults, tempo ults. You got the Angry Monkey, you've got the Beat, you've got the Nano. Nothing you're gonna be too worried about using. Early jump in from Blue, gonna get a lot of cleave, potentially looking for a kill onto the McCree, and McCree down at the end of the and they're gonna primal the Angry Monkey, which is the best for the working up the chop and huge freeze into the shatter, 3 on the ground at the hand of Names Wolf. This is gonna be a fight. Despite what Blue can do in the back line, at the end of the day, you're a monkey and they just hard engage on your team, which is unfortunate to say.
Edgelord
is still alive.
For Edgelord. If he could have gotten a pick or two, he would have been able to re-engage right there. That was pretty fun to watch.
No one
I wouldn't be
can
surprised to
hide
see a
from
swap
my
off of this Winston in a little bit of time. Although maybe they're going to run one more fight, see if it was because they used the ults, because it was the Blizzard into this Shatter. Initial dive coming out of Blue, not going to get anything. Edgelord with a great crossfire, taking the attention of 5 people, and will get a kill on its way out. Even dealing with Shushifu on his tail the entire time. Edgelord on Widow, my gosh.
I mean, yeah, and he's just got a lot of protection going for him. And now Blue's in the background, just harassing. Not much going away, and Could be a pretty big bomb. It's gonna get
Got a
Nubis.
kill?
Yeah, I guess.
What?
And it had to have been like on the edge. And Edgelord picks up 2, Phantom K picks up 1, Shaka Khan cleans up. And I think that's gonna be it. I think they're gonna take this the rest of the way. At least
That had to have been like the weirdest angle. I'm sure Nubis thought he was safe because that bomb should never kill anybody. It's not a bad bomb. It should never kill anybody. Use that as you're engaged to make.
I mean, yeah, it had to have been like right on the edge, and I think he was low because Blue was punishing him in the background. And you got the win.
Now we have the
takes down Edgelord.
Smile. And we do actually have the animal pals, Animal Crossing, if you will, coming out from Disciples of Dmitri. With names Wolf General, they'll take on the Monkey Ball. Window coming out.
Early window.
I like the tempo play, but I think the tempo play was early, although a big pile driver from General It's slept up though, and purpled up.
But they're just not really looking at him as much. The Blues, we have dual harassment going on, and it's really interesting.
Coming out of,
the Frozen one. Frozen one. Shaka Khan takes down Shushi, but not before Shushi gets one.
You're going back in? Blue! Why'd he go back in with that last jump? I'm not gonna. I don't know. However, there is a chance for them to win this fight.
Blizzard that doesn't get even.
It's not gonna get anybody, but it gets the separation that's looking for. It does get beat out of DDR Daikin Ka. They want to keep this fresh. They have somebody hit asleep somewhere. Oh, it was.
Oh,
I can't tell. Hiding from the top, Russian fan. He's gonna get 2 with the high noon. That might be the picture we're looking for. That's one of them was shooting food.
Absolutely is. All that's left is the monkey. And Ball's kind of waiting for his chance to strike, but they're gonna opt to wait, let their team respawn before trying any re-engages.
Yeah, Monkey Ball's so annoying because nobody ever dies. They just run around and get back to your team. I don't know why I'm saying that surprise. I know this. I play this. But it's so annoying. Dueling with someone on fire, maybe we can take the kill. High ground, Lindemann will get a kill on Edgelord. Blue actually make the kill on the Angel. General will take the kill with his mines before Nubis uses his feet and then kills Blue with a couple of donks to the forehead. And then Shushifu picked the kill on a Phantom. That's going to be a stall point. But this has generally been a fairly simple push. This is a hard map to full push. It's a hard map to full push with good time.
Yes.
Especially considering that basically a minute and a half was wiped off the card because of the early hold position from Disciples of Dmitri. You're really happy with how far you've progressed it thus far, even if you don't finish the full push.
Absolutely.
The
early pick on Edgelord.
Oh, that's big. No Tracer in this fight is humongous. When you're running these dive tanks, General can pick a kill on Phantom as well, and then the rest of the dive comes through. This is going to be a clean sweep fight. Hopefully nobody presses any Qs. If they do, I will wonder what they're thinking. And they don't. Perfect.
Shaka Khan got out by the skin of his teeth there. He is at health bar. He should not be in his mech.
So Shaka Khan, we got both tank ults and a nano, as well as High Noon going to be online for DilfHunters. We got Pulse Bomb, we got Primal, and we got Coalescence on the side of Disciples of Dmitri. So we're going to have us a little initial 6 ult engage, and then ults will be rolling in as we come. It'll be a High Noon, then bombs will come at some point. We actually have a High Noon on point now here for the move as well. So 4 ults to 5. And it's basically, we're going to have us a 12 ult fight here. Get yourself ready.
Oh,
the initial ult is going to be going down the heads of the Pulse Bomb. And that's no nano now in this fight. Shaka Khan will pick up Nubis with his self-destruct. But Coalescence is coming across to keep the entire front line healthy from this Diva and this Monkey. Mines coming across the point. Shaka Khan and his team will likely just die to the mines or will just die to the point. And then Blue will die to the mines by jumping through the push. And then Nanotrace didn't get onto the point. Not that he had much room to get onto the point.
Yeah. Freaking wild.
Score 0-2.
I'm glad you're doing really play-by-play. I would not be able to.
It's what I excel at, as far as that's concerned. What really took it there was Edgelord got that, Shushifu got that initial Pulse Bomb stick. I don't even know if it was a stick. Just got killed with it.
It was wild.
The stick? Okay.
Yes.
Got the stick on a Viceroy Rift. That took out the Nano. That took out a tool tanks were expecting to have for their survivability. Because if you have the ability to Nano a Monkey after Primals, he's going to be halfway to another Primal, potentially.
Oh, absolutely.
And in those types of fights, you never know how long they can go.
Ready for
It's just
battle.
unfortunate that that nano wasn't there for them.
Well, and what's really fun to watch with this these two teams is that it always came down to who got the first pick.
Attackers
Always.
incoming
It was like
in 30 seconds.
Lindamood got the early pick on Edgelord a couple times, and then Phantom would get a pick on Shushi. And Shushi and Edgelord, through most of that map, kind of kept mirroring each other.
Yeah, they were on very
to
similar
their-
play styles in a lot of cases.
Yeah, so it was a matter of who got the first one, and then could they get swing in with the follow up? Who was there ready to follow up immediately after?
5,
We are going to see Shushi Foof on the Widow out the door, but Edgelord's going to be on the Sombra.
1.
It's going to be interesting. It's a different look than we've really been seeing from him so far today. Yeah, it is his scan, but we haven't been seeing him on these heavy utility picks. We've been seeing him on heavy damage.
And he's going to look to get a quick pick on Shushi Foof, and he's going to get close.
Not going to get the kill, and he will actually go down. That is actually humongous for Cyber Dmitri. That's one of the main carries of this team. Currently dead. Yeah, he's Sombra, he'll be back there quick, but General Bill, I'm not sure if that was the rollout he intended, but it actually kind of worked. Because he got the pile drive knockup without putting himself in harm's way. Some nice, just mid-fight diving coming out of names of General Bill here. Knowing how to navigate these fights once the first pick comes through, and this is a pretty easy first point for Dmitri, I'm thinking.
Yeah, absolutely.
There will be another recontest because they stopped trickling and dying. But there's not many ults. They will have a nano potentially this fight. If Vicer can stay alive long enough to get there, which is going to do wonders for Blue. If they can get him a nano in the middle of this fight and get him a potential primal, they can do the shotgun will be D-Mega. Edgelord on the streets was trying to just be as nice as he can. No kills coming across. Oh, and as I say that, he actually takes down names. Shotgun Count and Phantom go down as well. Blue picks up a kill onto the Widowmaker on the Shushi. And he's on the point now, 79. There's the nano, not in time! Oh.
At least managed to keep the ultimate.
But DK and Edgelord are still on this point, and Edgelord can take down 2. If they can get potential stalls,
Yep.
they cannot.
There it is.
That should halt any kind of potential snowball. But as I say that, tanks are looking pretty aggressively, and they have a Moira in tow. So they could look for something. Names will get the initial jump. Not going to go down, but a follow-up jump here from General Lee doing a really well-coordinated dive onto this. Not going to lead to any kills, but it just leads to some space gain.
Yep.
We're going to go with
Angry
this
Monkey?
Angry Monkey. I'm not sure about this one. Feels a little forced, and he's just going to have to kind of use it to survive. Not the best way you want to be seeing that used when you're kind of contesting the payload type of measure, but at least he's alive, you know? Dive coming across from Nameswolf, he has his own primal that we're going to see how he uses here. He's probably going to blow out in this situation that he does. He's going to use it to go pop Phantom K and just slap him around a little bit, and he's still going monkey crazy, knocking around as many people as he can. Coalescence coming out, and a bomb coming out here for Shaka Khan. How big is this be? It will kill Lewis again! Oh my
in the
gosh.
same area of the map.
Onto the monkey. He should be able to pick up a couple of kills here. Yeah, he will put the kill onto King Pebble. But let's come across for Dmitri. As it's now a 2v5. Phantom K gonna do the high noon. He'll get Shushi Foof with it somehow. Edgelord is still in this. Gonna get the pulse. Gonna get the kill on the Lindamood. This could be hell. By DilfHunters, by their DPS combo, if they can get the rest of the team. They have their Lucio here. DDR is back. Phantom K is down, but he's done what he needed to stall this right time. Vicer gets to sleep on a main pool, and the tanks are back. Blue is back. I'm sure Shaka Khan is not far behind. Shaka Khan is on the road, hoping to catch General Bill. But he's into the rest of this fight. King Pebble taking down back again. Nathan's gonna we're gonna have another primal. This is basically two primals in a fight. Oh no, that's Blue. I'm sorry. He will get the kill on the Shushi Foof, and this looks like it's gonna be the point stalled. These are two very high HP tanks that I don't think this little gets. He actually cuts through one of them. Shushi Foof. Blue gonna survive a little bit by doing some
takes down Name Wolf.
Oh
my gosh.
Blue is still alive. Oh my gosh.
Some really nice picks at really random times to save that point. I think was Blue dancing there? I thought he was.
Say that again.
I think Blue had a quick dance break.
You know what? I respect it. So here we are, and we have a very interesting place to this playing. You don't usually see fights engaged in the neutral out of this middle area. That's a big in because then we can beat coming in with
James Wolf
Primal
is
Monkey.
Angry Monkey.
High
But
noon
Linda
coming
gets
in.
one, Edgelord gets one.
Edgelord and Linda both killing one. Shaka Khan gonna take the D-Max and gonna get the whole hog. Gonna get
Oh
2
my
kills.
gosh, a big hole.
Third kill. Third kill. And not gonna be able to cancel.
Oh, he missed the hook on King Couple, but he's still gonna kill him.
AJ is mad.
Oh, AJ is bagging?
AJ is
Let it be
mad.
known. Let it be known.
He is.
She's got on the cams. Good man.
Shaka's deciding that this is he's winning this point here. He's going onto the Roadhog, something he's very good at, and he's just looking to get as much healing as he can, and just be an unmovable force,
Yeah, absolutely.
which is what Roadhog is so good at doing right now. Reaper on Shushi gonna come in, gonna get stunned up. That's gonna be 2 insta kills for Sepsis Dmitri, taking off Kratom, okay, and DDR Daikenkai. However, the
This is
tank
not
line
how you
is
want to
still
fight.
there. Primal coming in for Blue, gonna end up, they're gonna kill on a Sushi Reaper, and we are now in a 4v5 with respawn slightly faster for DilfHunters. General, though, we'll take down Shaka Khan. As we have Colossus coming across with Viceroy and Griff, but it will not keep them alive. Almost keeping Blue alive long enough to kill Luvis on this Lucio. And the reinforcements are back. Phantom is back, and Lucio is back. And Namesel's gonna pick the kill onto Phantom. Basically, monkeys killing enemy McCree's. The fight is still evolving, and it is now a 1v4. We're gonna get Coalescence in the face. Not sure about that choice, but they won the fight with it. So you know what? I can't really hate on it.
Yeah, and they've got themselves 2 minutes to get it all the way not to the end of the map, but to that corner on Fidget Spinner.
It's still anybody's point, though. This could go anyway. We've got basically 4 ults online for DilfHunters and 3 ults, soon to be 5 ults for the side of Disciples of Dmitri. One of the ults is Shaka Khan's whole hog, though, which is going to be huge. If you can find the Winston in a bad spot, you could just instantly kill. He gets the pick on a King Pebble instantly. The flanking Roadhog is doing some work on a Shaka Khan. Can he stay alive? I think he's going to be fine as he's still half health. And General Dilf will be team Max Nuvis will eventually take down Shaka Khan, actually. He might have done his work and solved enough to get in there. Linda going to be getting a kill, actually getting a 2K on a Pancake and Edgelord, but look at the kill. On Linda going Primal Rage and trying to just get back to the point to stall his move. DDR Daikenkai is back to here, be the Lucio. Namewolf is going to have Primal as well. They're probably just going to dry run this at this point. No more ults from the side of Dmitri. Because they're going to, oh, well, I eat my words. There's the Primal out of Names. Blue's going to go down to the hands of Shushi Fu. But the point hasn't been moving too much because there have still been members of DilfHunters just stalling the point. The Haidu gonna get in from General Deal, gonna that up. Shaka Khan is back with a whole hog, is gonna pull out the beat, will go down to Lindamood, is in the 2K, she's gonna kill Phantom. And the bomb coming in! It's not gonna do enough,
He's gonna try to
the
make
bomb's
it,
on
he's
the
gonna
other
get
team.
shut down.
On that, we're
Victory.
going to map 5.
I need a nap. I wasn't even doing the hard work, I was just here.
Play of the game.
Shaka Khan gonna pick up a play of the game on his Roadhog. Oh, it's gonna be, yeah.
Double.
So to see him miss the hook at the end of it.
But he's still gonna kill King Pebble, and
I
we're
mean,
gonna get
yeah,
the
but
bag? Yeah!
see the missing hook.
Yeah! He got the teabag, so it counts.
So we're now gonna head back to a control map, somewhere where
Yes!
we can't
Map
do the
5!
and somewhere where I truly think Disciples of Dmitri are gonna have an edge. I think they're a better control map team. I think DilfHunters have proven they're a better, like, assault-based team. They're good at attacking objectives, not so much being them. I say that's harsher than I mean it to sound. It's just a matter of I think that Dimitri's strengths are on control maps.
I would agree. Map 5 for fun. This is not for fun. This is for the real thing. I mean, it's fun. Yeah. Soft spots coming
We're
in.
going to Oasis. There's a map we haven't seen a whole lot of yet this year. I like the choice. It's DilfHunters are a team that are willing to pull out maps that you might not have seen before. Like, they played Paris against us. Have very little experience on Paris because nobody likes playing Paris. I don't mind it, but very few people like playing Paris. It's not that people don't like playing Oasis, it's just you think of, in my Overwatch League control points, you think of Lijiang, Hall,
Welcome.
you think of
to
Busan.
Oasis.
You don't think of Oasis.
Initiating match.
So I think they're going to have something really saucy lined up. And
Speaking
that
of
pun was
which,
intended because Sauce Boss is back in.
yeah, Sauce Boss is coming in for Phantom K, and Disciples of Dmitri is choosing to keep their lineup, which I think is smart. I think they've got that synergy rolling that they're really going to need for this final map.
Absolutely.
Man, Oasis is fun too.
Ready for battle.
Oasis is solid. Oasis, the thing I like about Oasis is you have 3 points that all play so because you've got University, which can be very deathball centric. You've got a kind of mid-range one like flat ground dive map on the square one. Is it?
5,
And then you've got Control Center.
3,
Is it Control Center?
No, it's Lijiang.
round.
What am I thinking of? City Center.
University
City Center.
Yeah.
City Center, which is this like elevated dive map. So you've got a lot of different looks on the 3 points. It looks like we're actually going to be running one dive counter to one death ball, and death ball has a May. So it makes sense that the team's gone where they're going. Smart positioning from DilfHunters to play the room they're playing because it's hard to dive into that room. And especially diving into a May. You go in through one door, you will have to go out through another. The dive's going to start.
Wait for the point to become active before they just stuff that room and at least right away, but Edgelord takes down Shishifu right away.
However, Names Wolf is getting so much work done. He already almost has his primal. He's going to have primal in his first fight. That is a ridiculous amount of damage that Names Wolf just dealt in that fight. It didn't matter as he was going to come and get a little bit of a stall. I guess I mean a little bit of a stall. I think it's one shot instantly. Shishifu's going to be a little bit annoying on the back line.
Yeah, they're just trying to
It's at
get
the 21%. Man, Names Wolf.
bad.
One fight, one primal. That's bloody ridiculous.
Yeah, we got a coalescence coming in from them, but Edgelord as well already has High Noon. We've got both support ults on the rank for the side of DilfHunters.
This is probably going to be an early nano from Names Wolf, and there is going to get a knock around. High Noon coming in out of Edge. We're going to get nobody. Nano going to come across to keep somebody alive. I think it was the Edge Lord. I think.
With the Kamehameha.
And this fight's going to be won by Disciples of Dmitri. It's a nice coalescence coming across from King Couple. Going to take down 2 and the entire team topped up. However, much steeper ult involvement from the side of Disciples of Dmitri than DilfHunters. DilfHunters are coming back with Grav, Blizzard, Beat, and Shatter.
Yeah.
They have all the tools they need to put this point back in their favor.
A lot of Q.
Lots of Q. I played a comp game the other day where somebody like flamed us for pressing Q to win a game. I'm like, isn't that the game?
Shishifu was trying to hide out in that corner, but he's gonna get caught out. And
Shishifu kills Edgelord. This is now 5v6 instantly as the rest of the life comes for us. From Dmitri, they instantly use it as their ticket again as they have corralled the DilfHunters into this tiny little corner that's so hard to get away from this Reaper, as it is now 4 or 5 kills coming across from Dmitri. And they just want to fight. They now are equal ult advantage. All the advantage that DilfHunters had, not investing any else in the previous fight, is gone.
That was insane, because Hunter Shishifu hung out in the little corner, got caught, raked around, and Edgelord used his flashbang, but it wasn't enough. He wasn't able to solidify the kill.
Reaper's a dumb character.
It's
He mortgaged early with the high putting across from limited time field. He will get hauled off, I think. That was quite sure happened. High around. It's gonna get the Crab's gonna get eaten from Shotgun. No, Crab from Shotgun this fight. Names Wolf, General Will, and Lily all fighting their way into the team. With early kills coming across. Limit fighting himself to the kill times. Shotgun gonna get a little consolation kill on the Names Wolf, but it's not gonna be enough. That's the first point over to Disciples of Dmitri.
Oh my god.
Oh, the touch of the dramatic.
How you feeling?
I'm surprised I got that all out the way I meant to say it. I'm not gonna lie to you, friend.
Are you lightheaded a little bit?
Not lightheaded, but play-by-play is fun.
Yeah, that was insane. Just, again, one pick, snowball. That's just what this ends up turning into.
Something that I think is an underrated trait among strong PMAOWL teams is their mid-fight navigation. Because it doesn't matter how well you set up a fight, if after the first counter that a team does, you crumble and you don't know where to go next. And a lot of the best teams that we see, they have their play, enemy team counters, but then the team that engaged is better. Like it's dependent on how well you can swap your mindset and change your target or change what you're gonna do on a dime.
Yep.
Interesting that we still see Blue on this Winston with the Perma Reaper coming out. We do see the Animal Crossing comp coming out, but a pretty interesting engagement here onto the high ground. You don't necessarily usually see plays coming this point. Oh, General Dill with the gigantic scoop, which I don't know if that's the name of it, but I'm calling it that now. Not control. Off the high ground into the pile driver. That should be enough to just win them the point early, and that's gonna be.
I was gonna say, yeah, and Shotgun makes the decision to just die.
That play from General Dill was ridiculous.
Well, and I was about to mention, what we saw Names Wolf go, and then we saw Sushi Foof go, and then we saw General Dill go, and they were just rotating, being annoying, and then this would go up and get a boop, and just, they could not get themselves at a point where they could really set up, and then General Dill comes in and was the one to finally knock them off that wall.
Also, by the way, Names Wolf, single fight Primal again, by the way.
Yeah.
He already has it. It's ridiculous. This man on Winston.
I mean, he's getting in, he's zapping all of them, and doing what he needs to do.
We do see the Roadhog switch from Shaka Khan again, trying to maybe have some counter to this wall. Edger will pick up an early kill on a limit with the Mind's Skin, and Sauce's going to pick up as well. King Devil going to go down at the hands of the Placeholder with the Coalescence Classical team. Sushi going to pick back up, and General Dill was actually moved off the map somehow. Rolled off on his own fourth, and the hazards of playing the Wrecking Ball. DD or I can get a kill on a name, so he decided not to mess his Primal this fight. Probably a good call as the fight is won by the DilfHunters.
Wow.
Edgelord doing a lot of work in this fight on this floor.
Torbjorn's wow.
He does have
like just having another thing shoot at you.
It's a 6v7. It's
Yeah.
GG.
Yeah.
The initial hook coming out of Shaka Khan is going to just get DM out of General. He's going to stop off the ball onto the team. Voltor coming across on the Edgelord is sectioning off a huge part of the corridor, which has split off the team. Lindsay and Names Wolf are looking for the victory. No! Trying to get the killed instead. Names Wolf pulling out the angry monkey. A huge group of DD guy catches even out of the fight entirely. No kills for the High Noon as Shaka Khan is just going to pick up the kill onto him. Well done fight from DilfHunters. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's that mid-fight navigation that they did, where they managed to absorb the DPS ultimates and counter that.
Yeah, Sushi swapping off the Reaper into the Echo, into this.
I'm surprised by that. I think Reaper's doing some work, but you know, if you're not feeling it, I get it. We do have a whole hog from Shaka Khan. We have a Primal Blue. We have every recipe for disaster if Disciples of Dmitri take the wrong path here and try to move their backs against the blue. Yeah, we could see some wacky environmentals, but Shaka Khan can get an early kill on a limit move. That's going to be the end that they're looking for. She has a nice off angle on this angle, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. He will kill the turret from Edgelord, so now it's not 6v7 because the turret's not there, but it's just back up to about 10 seconds or so. And the fight's just kind of stalled out.
Yeah, and DilfHunters are just trying to waste as much time as possible, and the boot feed comes in from Novus, and they're going to come in, hoping to get an early pick. They're splitting up the team. Turret goes down. Edgelord takes down Names Wolf, though.
They're so low across the board. All the health bars except for Dmitri are blinking red, except for Novus, who unfortunately was not able to do much of that fight beyond provide a beat. As the whole hog out of Shaka Khan did so much work to just disrupt the engage that they couldn't find a target to kill because they were just trying to stay alive, and they couldn't do that. Although, Names Wolf is back on the Wrecking Ball, trying to stall a little bit more time. She does pick the kill on a sauce box, and there's a Colossus coming in. This fight's not run over yet. As the kill's coming across the turret instead, Shaka Khan looking to kill on a King Pebble. Will go down to General Dill. And now we have a Sushi from Roadhog. He is gonna have to be on Roadhog, but he does get it. The hook's going to General Dill. Sushi will be taken down. The bomb coming across, and it will kill the turret. Shaka Khan taking down General Dill. He's going to back and go. Is still alive, is still here, is still pumped out the damage. Go down to the anti-sauce boss. And of course, the kills come through. But Names Wolf is back again. He's back again. He's just spinning to win. He's going to get a little bit more going on, but he will go down to the turret. He's on the edge.
Pebble makes it in.
And I almost got on the edge. Wolf. These names are starting to blend together.
Listen, they're all doing stuff.
Score.
What a crazy stall. They almost, like, if they had gotten one more solid pick, I really think they would have been able to flip that and win this map. It comes down to this. This is the last
City Center.
We're at max.
Here we go.
Match. map playing.
What, you could build.
Words are hard. You know
I mean,
what
we got Edge, Wolf, we got the last maps. I don't even know what you said.
Really solid casters, you guys.
5,
This
4,
professional.
3,
One thing's for sure, we're entertaining. That's what really.
Yeah.
So here we go. We got a Ryan Zarya comp for DilfHunters, and we got the Eel Roadhog Winston comp.
Yep.
That's like a solo queue tank lineup if I've ever seen it. One tank's like, I don't want to think I'm playing Winston. One tank's like, I don't want to play tank, I'm playing Roadhog. But Shaka Khan instantly going down to the hands of Sushi Food's Torbjorn. They figure, I can't kill a Torbjorn, I'm just going to play a Torbjorn. Blue looking for a little bit of poke in the back, and he's not going to be able to even kill the turret as Edge will turret as we're taken down. So now we got us a good old-fashioned 7v7 match on this one.
They decided to even the playing field.
Yeah, right? So the early flip over to Disciples of Dmitri. All coming off of getting in and getting that early goal on the Shaka Khan, who as a result has very little ult charge from that first fight. It's going to be lacking behind that whole noon. An initial dive coming out of Blue 17 to take the high ground away from King Pebble. Nice little pressure jump. Shaka is flanking behind, going to miss the hook. And nothing's going to come of it. This is honestly a fine fight if you are Disciples of Dmitri. You want to as long as you can. And actually, Blue just gets obliterated. More like obliterated. Sushi with the hammer.
Hammer on Shaka.
I don't understand this, man. Why, like, just kill him. Who cares with a hammer? Whatever. He got
Another!
Oh my gosh.
Like, I know Sushi, at this point, Sushi does not care if he wins the game. He got 2 hammer kills in the same fight.
That's actually so true, though. Like, no troll. That is so true. So we do see the swap over to the Zarya. So we have Zarya, Winston, and the Zarya Ryan. Not sure about that. I think they need to have a Ryan out of their own. We have.
It's not to kill them.
That's what picks up a 2K. As the Molten Core's coming out from Sushi Foof. The fight is kind of stagnated, but there's still a chance. Maybe not now. They can come sticking out Vice Breaker. Sauceboss will pick up Sushi Foof, though. That's the carry down. They can only and they can't. Shaka Khan will be going down. I need to stop saying if they can do things, just then they can't. Sauceboss will get taken down as well, and a little bit of a ending stall. And still, Disciples of Dmitri are now in one fight territory, and they've got 4 ults to do it with, fighting into 2 ults, 3 ults. This is going to be a hard fight to make happen if you're DilfHunters.
Yeah, but if DilfHunters can single out Lindamood's off by himself, but a bubble's going to save him. He's lucky he had that there for him. They can just get the right picks. They'll be able to come back from this. Here comes the grab.
Grab gets 2 behind him. He will get 1 of the Sauceboss going to take the kill onto him as well, though. It's a 5v5. Shatter coming in onto a whole bunch of people named today. We have also a Ryan-hearted Sauceboss trying to do his best. General Doe going to take control on a Vice Breaker, which might be all they wrote. Edgelord doing the best he can. I've got you in my is about what I heard from that one. And this is going to be the map, the point, the map, and the match for Disciples of Dmitri.
Wow, what a game. Like, I knew this game coming in was going to be wild, but I was not quite expecting what we got.
Shishifu is going to play the game as the Reaper. This is going to start, I believe. Oh no, so this is after the initial
right
game.
After, yeah. He's just there.
He's
holding
just
left click.
double kill.
With the bag onto Shaka Khan to top it off.
Well, so I don't know exactly what that does for the standings, but I do believe Disciples of Dmitri were in first going into that.
Yes, I think they might still be. I think this is
Well, it's
their...
going to depend on what Knights of the Retable. Knights of the Retable can get a quick 3-0. They might be able to leapfrog into first place. DilfHunters, I believe, were what, 4th going into this week?
I think something like that.
Because I think we were in 3rd, and then they were 4th.
I think there was
we
a
don't play
tie
this week.
last week. I don't remember exactly.
And knowing that we don't play, that's a chance for somebody to potentially jump up into a tie or into 3rd place on their own, since we can't get any wins. So
looks like Steck has got us covered, and he says Dmitri is 1 game ahead of Ree. They beat them last week. So that's right. That's right.
They were 1 game going into this week, or they're 1 game now?
I don't remember. Well, Knights of Ree haven't played yet, so it's hard to say.
It's hard to say. But that should mean that Disciples of Dmitri remain in first place going into this next week.
Absolutely. I don't think they've lost yet. Is what we're trying to say. They're doing incredibly well.
They've won 2 5-map matches though. Because ours against them was this same way. It was down to the wire, down to the last points. Like so they're not. It's not to say they haven't been tested. They just have so far been answering the call.
And I gotta say, like, man, what some crazy matches. They just kind of all came down, like you said, to the wire. But like every map, you know, there was just one thing that they did just slightly better, or one thing that went wrong, or just one little slip is all it took for either of these teams to tip the scale.
Well, here's the reality, and this is going to touch the league as a whole. The league balance is pretty good this year. We've got a lot of really strong teams. We've got there's no team that you can ever count out. Every match we played against Fire Chicken's team, who are in the last place. It was a hard-fought win.
Mm-hmm.
We had to work for it. It was not easy by any means. And what you see is these are coming down less to who has the better players and more to who's playing together as a team better. And that's why some of these are so close, because every team realizes that. Every team realizes that there's no reason to say that we can't beat X team on any day, as long as we play how we play.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's awesome. It's been a lot of fun to watch, and I look forward. We still have we have this week, and then we have next week, I believe, and then we start
playoffs.
Our playoffs for this season. So, speaking of that, before we sign off tonight, we have matches tomorrow and Thursday, same time, 9:00 Central Standard Time. And I want to thank Guy Fieri and Juice/DanceHog for joining tonight, and thank you all for watching. Again, it's a lot of fun to see these matches.
Yeah, I don't cast as much as I used to. It's fun when I get to hop into the casting. So it's always fun to come and shout some things at you, and hopefully we entertained y'all for a couple of hours during what has been a very, very odd spring so far. So
absolutely. With that, have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
No, you.